miles.
That's dope.
Nice.
That's dope. That's really dope. Lightning over a rainbow is fire too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Real life.
literally what we had. We had the clouds behind it on one side, and then you saw the stretch of the rainbow on the whole other side where it was still like shiny in between the gray.
Considering our previous conversation, I don't know if stretching is a good thing to say.
With all that
He has a
training,
great
right?
point. He has a great point. And tonight, Backpacking with 30, episode 560. How do you pronounce this title, Trevor?
Tenebre.
Tenebre.
Mhm.
A Giallo film. And we had a... You'll figure out how we enjoyed this film. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Excuse me.
How's it going, gentlemen? How you guys all doing?
I'm good.
Way better. Let's go.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Fucking...
I got 5 days or 6 days of content I got to put up, man. I'm backed up.
Wow.
Hey, listen.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I
Considering-
mean, yeah. And shit, we have... So really quick before we get into the film, I do have an announcement to make. Monster video will not be dropping tomorrow. It'll be dropping next week. Just needed some more. We got some more, got some more work to do. I'll say that. And I'm excited for it. I cannot fucking wait. I was trying not to swear within like the first 5 minutes, or is it 30 seconds? I don't even know.
I thought though 5 minutes. I think
I'm there now.
He's fine.
But anyways, I'm super excited for it. I cannot wait for it. I watched the movie like 3 times this week so far. You got to study. You got to study. I'm gonna watch it a couple more times next week, but I'm excited for this thing. I'm really excited for this. This is gonna be different. It's gonna be fun, and you guys all need to be there. We'll be here. It's gonna be Fridays. And I'm just gonna say that right now. Just gonna say that right now because I get ahead of myself at times. I've realized I'm over here talking about some schedules that aren't locked in yet. But this will be next Friday. As of right now, the way we have it planned is just monthly. We'll see where we can go from there. That's all I'm going to say. But it'll probably be monthly to at least get it going, just to, So, yeah, next Friday.
It's Friday. Cool.
10
I'm really
p.m.
excited.
Congratulations, sir.
Appreciate it. I
It
appreciate it.
really sounds awesome.
I appreciate it. That's the only... Oh, shit. And make sure you guys tune in to Popcorn and Pints this Saturday. We are doing the movies High Noon, which I've never seen,
Ooh,
and
excellent.
12 Angry Men, which again I've never
Even,
seen.
2 freaking classics. We're talking top 100, films of all time, kind of intense.
Wow.
I have to say this, like that's a lot coming from this man right down here, the professor, because, and the reason why I say that is I trust his judgment in film. Actually, I trust all these guys' judgment in film. A lot of people you see me on screen with a lot in film, just because I've watched a lot of the movies they've watched just over the past fucking X amount of years we've been doing this over the course of each show. But also, I've seen the good and I've seen the bad with every single one of these guys. And I've seen the weird and the strange and the ones that like only will enjoy and like. And a lot of it's not Hollywood, and that's why I can trust these guys' opinions, because it's like I can listen to it more. If you just watch just the A movies, just the Hollywood movies, you're not broadening your horizon enough. I'm not saying you're not a fan of film, because I get it. I'm not saying you're not a whatever genre buff or whatever genre, because I get it. But dig deeper. Trust me. Dig deeper.
We're all film lovers. When it really comes down to the end of the day, we're all film lovers, and we should be honored to have somebody show us something that we don't know, and we should be definitely honored to share things with
Share the love.
younger generations. It's very important. Gatekeeping in horror, especially, it's kind of like metal and horror exists in itself, but gatekeeping is so unhealthy in 2 hyperfixations that are very deeply rooted in the therapeutic. So it's almost like, we have this connection. I know for me, if I run into anybody, and I'm not judgmental, it could be any kind of music, any kind of films, I will at least leave after a conversation having a much better idea of who they are. And it always, I love it. So even as movies I don't care about, I
Mhm.
love hearing it. Music I don't care about. I love hearing somebody else talk about it because that's, it's almost kind of like as you get older, it gets a little bit more like a drug to
Mm.
just be around other younger people's excitement about what
Yeah,
you've been excited about forever. So,
I like that. I think I agree with what you just said there, Trevor. I think for
mhm.
me too, it's more so of people. Excuse me, people around like our age range. It's cool hearing everyone's backgrounds. Like I love hearing your guys' backgrounds about like what films you guys grew up with or what specific genre you grew up with that you really love and enjoy. Because it's, I mean, for the most part, we all grew up watching horror, even if it's not your favorite genre now. It was on a lot and different variations of it. Even for down to like Are You Afraid of the Dark? We had Goosebumps. That's in the horror genre. They had Real Monsters. They would do a lot of, they would do a lot. Which you wouldn't really. I mean, you can call horror for the little cutesy wootsy spooky stuff they would do, but like for sitcoms,
Mhm.
every single holiday they would follow, but they would. I feel like they would really knock it out the park for Halloween and Halloween. I'll say especially, even more so than Christmas.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that much anymore. I think it's. I think it's like an important kind of. I think it kind of like. I wish we still had those movies and TV shows where you had the kids dressing up going trick or treating because I feel like it would just kind of. I don't know. You don't see it as much in real life. Kids going trick or treating. You know what I mean? Which is just. It sucks. It really sucks. Like a lot of things that we grew up with, and just like just going back to just film, like just watching
Mhm.
these movies to where not necessarily talking about this one yet, but just again the films that I grew up with and stuff. It's it's like it's priceless. It's really priceless. Those moments, those memories that you have and you learn. Like as you were saying, the older you get, the more mature you get.
Mhm.
Even the movies you don't like, except for Nicolas Cage, because fuck him, I don't want to hear anything about him.
Did he
Um,
do something?
I just don't like him.
Oh, I love Nick
I
Cage.
just I can't. I know a lot of people love him, and I don't get it, but I just can't stand him. He's just one of those he's one of those people that just annoys the hell out of me. Everybody has him, and they just don't like it. Just somebody that you just don't like, and they annoy you. You've never met him. You're never gonna meet him, so that makes it even easier to not have to worry about running into him. But
Yeah.
no, seriously though, like it's cool. Like for example, Blood Lake.
Mhm.
I know I bring it up a lot. I know I hate the fucking movie, but I feel like it is important to have that conversation about it. I feel like it's important to deserve to be in the conversation because it's a movie that was created. And on top of that, it gave me a rating. It gave me a new rating scale from -10 to +10. It gave me like that bar of I've seen the worst of the worst for me so far. I still hope I see worse. Why? Why not? As weird and as crazy as that sounds, but it's like, can there be for me, in my opinion, that's the worst movie ever that I've ever seen. In my opinion, that is the worst movie I've ever seen. But can there be worse for me? Is there something that's gonna beat that in a sense? So I'm like, oh my god, this shit is just fucking terrible. Like I want to see that.
Mm.
I mean,
That's
there
that.
are some really terrible films. I mean,
No,
Oh,
I know.
I mean, Vincent Gallo's Brown Bunny is pretty bad. But no, you mentioned bad movies, and I
Mhm.
think it's an overused term or B movie and things like that because, you know, there are people trying, it is supposed to be, but I'm not into sports. I could never understand the concept of sports and why people would watch that crap. But
Mhm.
I got why people would watch movies together and I got why people would listen to music together.
Mhm.
And to me, and to well, probably everybody who's here, and is movies and music have been a key element of our social
Hmm.
life. They
Oh, hell
are
yeah.
our sports. And that, you know, like people liking certain like sports teams,
You know,
we are the same way, except we're like horror and like, oh, what kind of horror are you into? And then we branch into the various places because we want to find something interesting.
I
Now,
feel like
yeah,
I was just gonna say with movie and music, I feel like the reason why I connect so well with people is because it's more inclusive and universal than
mhm,
sports are. so to speak. You know what I mean? And way more like all like I'm sure this movie's. I'll use a better example, like Disney. Disney's loved around the world,
Mm-hmm.
all around the world, all around the globe. You can't say that
They've
about everything.
lived
You can't say that about
fucking
sports in
mouths.
general. You can say there is sports all around the world, but you can't say they're well loved around the world. But movies and music, everybody has their own variation of music and just different cultures of music that they just love, whether it's religious, whatever the case may be. Which I think is an amazing thing with those two specific things.
Yeah.
That's
Sports are more of entertainment spectacle, where music and movies are more of the emotional drive, the feelings behind what's happening, or the words you're hearing and interpreting. You know what I mean? And everybody's going to interpret it different. Everybody's going to relate it to a different part of their life or their current life in a situation they're dealing with. So you can't really do that with sports. You just be like, wow,
I mean,
you know what?
I don't know. Sports is weird. I'm a different kind of geek. Where
I disagree with
music
sports.
and movies, stuff like that, there's so many different kinds of geeks, and we all really, really dig each other. But I know my super geeks, and many of you are here. It is the like, ooh, let's talk about a movie. Ooh, let's deep dive this movie and talk about other movies and what it's like, or let's talk about this music in relation to what we like, don't like, what the previous album the artist was versus what we want them to do in the future. That's where I click in the world. And
No,
I
I
think a
agree.
lot of us do.
Oh
And
hell yeah!
the sports to me doesn't fill that.
Mhm.
Like,
So
yeah.
just to defend sports though, because I am a fan of both music. Well, all three topics of it. There is a lot of emotion in sports if you're really into it like that, like watching your favorite. That feels it does something. It really
The
does.
drama, yeah.
Or like when you see, for example, like when you see one of these young kids getting, because I'm a diehard football fan. I watch the NFL draft, all that stuff. I know some people are saying it's one thing, but I look at it as like these are these kids achieving their dreams when they're walking across this stage, getting drafted by a team. That's beautiful.
That is really awesome.
That's an amazing thing. Like, can you imagine, like, whatever your dream job is, whatever if it's content, whatever it is, you get that. But not only do you get to do it, you get to be celebrated and walk across the stage, and everybody that's been there for you in your corner, that's seen you doing it, get to see you walk across that stage. Like, yo, he finally got to that moment where he really wanted to fucking be. And you get that with sports. I mean, you see when these teams are winning and this, that, and the third, you hear the stories of just what people have go through with that, and then they come back with sports or something with sports helps them. So you do get that same things from movies. I think it's just more so if you're a fan of it, if you enjoy it. It may not be as easy to connect with like that.
Well, I think sports is. I'm not going to say it's not, because I mean, what I don't understand is what's interesting about sports. But
I get
I
that.
do understand the fact that, individual players, their history, the history of the sport, the team, becoming why sports provides so many amazing idols and
Yeah.
great role models. So yeah, I totally get that. It's just like that's a lot of people have both. I'm just one that
Yeah. Oh no,
sports for me is.
I understand. I completely understand. The only I like mixed martial arts, football, and drag racing. And drag racing's only in person. I can't watch it on TV anymore. It's just not the same. Like if you can't, I can't smell the rubber burning. I can't smell the
Yeah.
gas. I can't feel the vibration of the cars going down.
Yeah.
Even if it's not
That's
as
a
fast as
true
the ones on TV,
social
it's
event.
still not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
I go
a
there.
true
Like,
experience.
I grew up. I pretty much grew up there. I've been going there with my father and my older brother since I was a little kid, for
That's
as long as I
awesome.
can remember.
Very cool.
Lebanon Valley Dragway. So, yeah, it's.
Well, that's awesome.
I can't wait. I need to get there. I haven't been there once this year, gamer. One damn time.
Me neither. I've been trying to go for the last month and a half.
You know what it is? It's
What's
been
happening,
either
Fly
rainy.
Tie?
Fly Tie, what's good, bro? How's it going? How's it going? Listen, if you want to follow the number one, I'm telling you right fucking now, the number one cosplayer of all time, go follow my guy Fly Tie over on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. He is a beast. Jason, Freddy, the Nun, Annabelle,
Wow.
you name it. Any characters. Does Hellraiser, RoboCop, not RoboCop, sorry, Terminator. Like, A beast.
That is
Follow my
super.
guy Fly Tie.
That's awesome.
And
Check that
bonus gamer, he's from the city.
So he legit.
Jersey,
He pay attention to detail.
He does. He does.
Mhm.
But no, that's my guy. He's a great dude. Great dude. I got to get him on again. I got to connect you for your interview thing you do on your
Yep.
show, Gamer, because he would be perfect for it. He
Yep.
came on my show as Freddy, cosplaying as Freddy, all that shit, talking as him as good as he could at the time. It was a good fucking time. He'll do that.
No doubt.
NYC in the house.
718.
But yeah, guys, definitely go check him out. But I guess we might as well dive into the movie Tenebre. And again, just to remind you guys, because we kind of got off subject with great conversations with movies and sports and Bend Over Boyfriend. For sure.
Pause.
For sure.
Pause. No.
No,
Oh
didn't.
no, we're in the backpacking with Sturdy, which backpacking with Sturdy we do from July to August, all foreign films. It's such a great time. And tonight we're in Italy discussing Tenebre. So
He gets it.
before we even get into this, we are getting into it, but let's just dive into ratings. No reasons. We'll give the reasons after everybody gives their ratings. James, what'd you give this one? Good sir.
6.
Okay. 6.
I want to see together.
Can you turn your mic up a little bit, Gamer? How about you, Trevor?
I'll give it a 9.
Ooh.
You and me together.
There you go. How about you, Gamer?
Fucking 3.
He really hates these movies.
I'm gonna find a Giallo you like.
This genre is not for me.
7. Matter of fact, Trevor,
Yes.
because we're still in the foreign films, and I do need a couple more. I want you to find. That's the challenge for you to find one. I'll throw it on the wheel that a Giallo you think Gamer will like.
Do you like boobs?
I prefer a good story, you know.
Okay, but
You know,
I'm just
continuity,
going through the
good twist, surprise.
Cancel out the Giallo.
You know, some horror,
Pacing is what's getting you with these films, right?
At the most part, that was one of the first things I said to my. I was like, "This fucking movie." She's like, "Is it that bad?" I was like, "It's a foreign film. Pacing's fucking weird, and then they're trying to be extra artsy and shit."
This is a great challenge. I'll have a lot of fun with this.
Hell yeah! By the
Give
way, I
me a
gave
couple
it-
days.
Oh yeah. No rush. I'll say as long as you give it to, just get it to me if you can by next Thursday afternoon. The sooner the better. Next Thursday afternoon. I gave this one a 7. I had a good time with it. I love the colors in these movies, and like I was saying before we went live, there was a lot of red in this film. Between they showed the girls' shoes a lot, which were red, and it was like it wasn't just red; it was like a bright, like stop sign, bright red. Like you're gonna fucking see me.
Like candy apple.
You're gonna
Blood
fucking
red.
see me. Blood red, yes.
Blood red.
Blood red in
That
the
lust red.
fake movie Blood way. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much red paint. It wasn't period blood, guys. It wasn't that. Should have been. It's another story. But anyway,
Ugh.
yeah. They had the red shoes. Of course, the blood, where they showed the blood. They showed a lot of blood in this movie. And it was like the same color, like you said, the blood red was the same color red as the shoes. Damn near the same color red as that red car. It was just really, really vibrant red in this film that really stood out a lot throughout like the whole damn film. Which I know Giallo does a lot with colors, more so with lighting. I thought.
Yeah, the
Which I know
lighting
this
is.
has a very this one has very little lighting in it. It's lit. It's almost overlit. Because the traditional colors of Giallo tend to be, red, blues, but they're not a necessity for the genre. It's just, there were Mario Bava films that very much use that. Of course, he's considered the creator of the Italian Giallo. And then Argento just like pushed like the line. It's like, okay, I'm going to take this to an art level that is Like Suspiria is, you don't have to bother with a story. You just get back and you sit and you watch that, and is a just visual, like, just paradise. So the fact that the core color for Tenebre, which makes that red pop out, is white.
Oh, yeah.
It's white and it's drab, and that red really pops out. But it also is kind of the opposite of everything that one assumes color palette wise in an Italian giallo. Usually, even if it's not like the Mario Bava school of colors and such like that, there's this like definite style and very like saturated colors. Where this film, yeah, it tenebre, which means darkness or shadow, and it also plays with that idea of, well, what is the coldest color? That's white. White is a cold color. Black has warmth. Black has meaning. So this film pushes
so
that,
true.
like, okay, I've come up with a color palette for Giallo, a la like my mentor, Bava, but I'm going to make this Giallo the most complicated Giallo-esque film ever, but I'm going to break a couple major rules, and one of which was, a very white beige palette.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like, things like when the arm is chopped off of his fiancée, that's why it looks so amazing. Because it just blows up on this white wall in a sparse room. So, yeah, color is important, but in a different way than usual Argento films.
Yeah, because usually I've like, I can't think of all the ones I've seen of Argento films or just giallos in general, but you see a lot of like blue and red lighting, a lot of blue and red, which I always, when it's done right, which I feel like they always do them right with these type of films, when it's done right, it's hard to top. It's hard to top. I just want to get to a question first really quick. What horror film are y'all looking forward to this summer? I'll say The Conjuring last night.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Conjuring. Yep.
Just for this year in general.
Yeah,
and
I'm looking forward to Together. I want to see that.
I don't even know what that is.
You're gonna need to go check it out.
Non-horror, I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah,
I want to see that. Superman, I'm like in the middle on. Like, I kind of want to see it. I do want to see it. I kind of want to go to the theater to see it. I was never a big Superman. Nothing against him. I was never a big Superman fan. Like,
I can see it being awesome in the theater as the experience or whatnot, but I'm in no rush. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe next week. Maybe.
And also, I don't think you're really into superhero movies. Period.
It varies. I'll put it to you like this:
you'd rather watch the animated show.
Oh, by far, yeah.
I mean,
the animated shows and movies by
with
far.
DC, they're so much better.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'll say the animated shows and movies, followed by Batman '89 and Batman Returns. And honestly, I don't need anything else as far as that should go. Oh, and Turtles. I need my damn Turtles. After that, fuck it. Give me Batman and Turtles, and I'm good. And Spider-Man. Okay, I'm lying. I need a few of them.
I'm trying to think if I have any movies that I'm really looking forward to. I saw 28 Years Later. I was pleasantly surprised. But honestly, this maybe is kind of mean to say, is I'm looking forward to this Fantastic Four film because I am convinced that this franchise is cursed. That there will never be a movie about just the Fantastic Four that will make any money. Now, I say that to those legendary people who would get a cut out of a successful film, because either just stop or please deliver a movie that, the creators of the Fantastic Four's family get something finally. So.
It's true. They do have bad luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, even Roger Corman couldn't make an entertaining one, which was one of those movies that was put in underneath by the, like, oh, we're going to pay you off or take you to jail or something like that.
Here's what you do.
Or to court. Yeah.
Here's what you could do with the Fantastic Four and all this other shit. If you want me to get really, really involved in them, start watching them more, make them animated or make them better make them way better live action or make them animated. Animated, you could take things so much further. All those actors you love, if they're good at voice actors, make them voice actors. Pay them a little bit less. Shit, they make enough fucking money.
I mean, how can you mess up a movie with somebody who is like the fucking thing?
It's true.
I mean, all you need to do is like, this, sign it, and then we have the fucking thing. Like, okay, you can make a good movie out of that.
You got a Human Torch. A guy just catches on fire and flies.
Well,
no, not even that. It's how do you keep messing this stuff up over and over and over? And you have source material that's been around for years for a reason. Like, I say the same thing when they do video game movies. There are certain games that have been around for years for a reason that us gamers keep playing over and over and over again from when we were little kids to when we're grown-ass men or women, and you're gone till you're old as hell. There's a reason, because they're entertaining, they're good, we enjoy the story. Then you make the movie of it, and you just ignore all of that. Like, holy shit, they have all these amazing comic books that have been around since day one. I'm making that part up, yes. It's day 1 million. I'm not going to use that source material at all. I'm just going to grab the characters, take 2 things from the source material, make up my own shit. That's why you guys keep flopping. Respect it.
Yeah. I'm hoping this new one's good, but like Trevor said, they're cursed.
I love that. What's funny about that is Trevor was like, I just want to see if they don't make any money, but he's going to go to see it.
Well, I'm not going to go to see it.
Oh, okay.
Unless, I don't even take, I'm not a humongous fan of that line, but it's very important in the, the pot of the company. But no, unless somebody tells me it's spectacular, a lot of people have to tell me it's spectacular. I don't think I'm going to waste my time. But it's almost like wanting to put that bet out there. It's like, yeah, this horse is going to come up a shooter again.
Nah.
So, you know what I'm looking forward to this summer? Bambi Reckoning.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Is that a porn or is it animated?
No, it's live action type situation.
It's not a porn.
Is it like Bambi? Is in like the deer or like
deer?
Yeah, it's a horror
version. Killer deer.
Okay,
it's kind of like
it just sounded like a porn from the 1980s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Cocaine Bear. Except
it does.
Bambi
Bambi's Revenge.
With hunters and shit and just destroys people.
Bambi's Revenge. That would be it should be a porn.
It's part of the Bambi's
right? Revenge.
Oh no, Bambi the Reckoning.
It's
Bambi the Reckoning.
It's part of the.
That could be one too.
That works as
you
the title
burnt
too.
my forest, but then you fucked with my mom.
It's part of the Pooh-verse, right?
Yeah,
there's a Pooh-verse.
Oh yeah,
it's Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, is that the public domain Disney?
Yeah,
Pooh-verse? Okay, yeah.
The Pooh-verse
is Zombie still connected to a horror version of Steamboat Willie? Because Zombie had mentioned that, and actually, I think put up something up on social media. And Steamboat Willie.
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be coming out soon.
Yeah, that's the precursor to Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So, which nobody else has touched anything. So that's why I think that Zombie's doing something with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he'll produce something.
Killer Mickey recently?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, well, but you go on Tubi.
That was
you'll
Mousetrap. Right?
Yeah.
Mousetrap?
Something like that.
Mm.
Oh. I know it had the big ass
I think it was.
picture on the cover.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about it, really.
All
I haven't really been paying attention to what else is coming out.
So, back to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh man.
So, this movie, I'm not gonna lie. It did get me. Okay, not at first. At first, I was like, okay, because I had it going. I was like, I know who the killer is. No, I think I seen a movie like this before, like newer, that did the same thing. So I'm thinking of that. But then the fucking one of the twists is there's a real killer who's really doing the murders, but he took advantage of that. So I had a feeling it was either the writer or the girl with him. So I was going with that. Then I started leaning towards him. Then it came to that where that one guy was the killer, and he just wanted to take advantage. He goes, I can blame him. I'll kill my manager and my ex.
Which that's not really touched upon a lot.
It's not. No.
There's not a lot of. Okay, so that's if. Let me talk about one scene. Okay, so John Saxon plays Peter Neal's agent, which John Saxon's actually in the first Giallo that Bava made, the girl who knew too much.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so wait, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
John Saxon.
John Saxon, thank you. Okay, so John Saxon is waiting for Peter Neal's fiance. And after the telephone call, it seems to be pretty straightforward that his fiance is sleeping with John Saxon's character. It's never brought up again. Do you notice that?
Yep.
That's one element of the movie that so that scene in itself plays an amazing amount with perception, which Tenebre and like much of Argento's prime work deals with that. So you take that scene in which he's supposed to meet Peter's fiancée and she doesn't show up. So he walks on through an area that looks kind of like a park, food court kind of thing, and sits there and some things go on. And then if you look toward the back, there's a fight going on in the one restaurant. And then he pans his eyes around to a fighting couple. And then there's just a couple other elements and then he's killed. And all you get is the look in which he eventually sees, oh my God, that's Peter. But it's interesting to the point that the woman who is having a argument with probably her partner actually was so taken with emotion that to them there was nothing around them. A murder happened in front of them, but their perception was so at that time. And this movie plays with that a great deal. And I remember it's been a while, not too long, because I love Argento's stuff. But I was like, is it Neal who is the killer? And then when it turned out to be, I was like, all right, yes, Dario, you did it again. You created it in such a weird, bizarre way that it actually worked. But no, it's weird because Peter Neal's character, even I think he's a classic narcissist, first of all. So who's Peter Neal? So Peter Neal is in this movie the equivalent of, say, Ed McBain meets Stephen King. He's released a new book, Tenebre. He's like hot all over the world, but especially in Italy. So they head out to Italy and he does a book tour. We are then introduced to a shoplifter who is violently killed. And when she is murdered, parts of the book, Tenebre, are stuffed into her mouth. Hence, starting the connection between Peter Neal and his book and a series of murders, which also, based on him being in certain places, like in the sky, makes him impossible as a killer. But after killing the killer, because he figures it out, and he actually decides he's going to be his own amateur detective, which is a major Giallo trope, and he does it to try to outwit everybody because he has decided that he is the best writer of giallos. That yes, I can figure out who actually was the killer, which he does literally by remembering what the interviewer Berti said. And then he decides, well, I've been writing these mystery novels all my life. I can write the perfect mystery. And he's very cocky because he even tells the police inspector that he is the killer. When he goes, so when, when you look at something, you think of the impossible. And when the impossible is impossible as an idea, then
It's most likely.
blah, blah, blah. And it literally tells them. So, yeah, it plays so well and like almost like a cat and mouse thing in his brain because he does a couple other things too on this idea of him being a narcissist. So, he's definitely trying to uh, bring light to the killer and point out things like, oh, he's writing in Latin, and there's references to Conan Doyle's Hounds of the Baskervilles. So there's a definite kind of feeling of like an intellectual try to one up in this film that leads back to the fact that Peter Neal has become or is such a narcissist based on trauma is he decides he can actually outbeat his own writing. And that's what does him in.
Yeah, this one, it wasn't one of my favorite Giallo type of films.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've seen it, I just can't think of any of the titles off the top of my head. But I didn't think it was bad though.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish there was more to it, like Gamer was saying, but it wasn't. I don't think it was as bad as he was saying.
See, and that's the problem with this is like to his point, to Trevor's points from earlier. It's awesome to listen to people talk about something that they're passionate about. I had more fun just now with you giving us the synopsis of the movie and how certain things played than I did actually watching it play out for myself.
Oh yeah, that's very much. And this is the thing, that's fun about film, is if you had to sit through Tenebre again, you'd probably get through it better now. You might not. I mean, honestly, you don't like it, so I wouldn't say don't waste your time on it. But
yeah, and that's the thing. Like
happened to me.
I caught all these little things, and one of the things I liked was definitely the cinematography and the lighting. It was with the first two things that I noticed about it. Even the scenes where they're trying to be artsy and do certain things with the imagery and the things that are happening. I just feel like there was a bit of a disconnect from it on certain things and the things they were trying to do with the mission, like you just said about the playing with perceptions. I still caught the connections and all that, but I feel like it tries to make you like be so like thought processed about it the whole time that it's too distracting from the movie itself and the actual story and the twist. They don't hit as hard, and it's just like by the time it finally happens, you're like, finally, okay, cool, thanks. But by the rest of it already was I had so much disdain at that point until like the last
it's
I don't know 30 40 minutes of the movie.
Visit Argento films. Now Aaron, you talked a bit earlier about being fans and everything. So, back when I originally got into Italian horror, this was, still when VHS was king. I'd go to conventions and things like that. But this film, Tenebre, showed up in the United States and several other countries as a highly edited film called Unsane. Which took out things like, okay, so the Neil's fiance, axe down, arm, edit. In unedited version, keeps going. It was horribly edited. And then they would take away like scenes that they thought weren't important. So they didn't make sense, but they were so bizarrely stylish. Then I ran into this wonderful human being who passed along his book. I bought it from him, but Tim Lucas. And that was the first time that I understood that a lot of films from foreign countries, especially horror, was being bought just like super cheap, put out because you can make money on pretty much anything VHS, and to make sure they didn't have to worry about anything, they'd cut the really intense stuff out. And that was a community that was really awesome to be part of. The community of let's mail each other the uncut versions of things. and you'd go like literally digging because there's another great Argento film which came after this, another one of his paranormal films called Phenomena, but it came out in the United States as Creepers and was also missing a lot of gore and content. So the Dario Argento films for a North American movie buff are a puzzle in themselves. Because when I was first introduced to these Argento films, they didn't just remove like nudity and over the top blood, they were taking like whole chunks of plot. So you experience these amazing rides of cinema that didn't make any sense, but they just were really weird. And then you saw the uncut director's version and you saw the gore, and it was just like Argento, Fulci, Lenzi, just to put the Italians. You'd see the uncut version when it came out like DVD or Blu-ray, and you're like, boom. And you're like, well, so another great one is Fulci's The Beyond that became very popular as Seven Doors of Death, and well, they removed almost all the gore from it. So this is Argento's most puzzly film. So when they released it as Unsane, oh my god, it made no sense at all. So,
oh shit.
Yeah. So the first time I saw this movie, it was missing a lot of blood and a lot of plot. So that was like 35 years ago.
Damn.
Wow, maybe more actually. Probably more. Yeah.
Wow. You just think about it. You just had to throw that number out there, Trevor. 35 years ago. I don't even want to think about it right now.
I was fucking poor.
I mean, I'm coming up on the big 5-0.
That's awesome.
So,
you got any plans?
Well, I'm playing around with the concept. I have a potential co-host, and it would be based around 50 years. It would be looking at 2 rather obscure films and a obscure music release weekly that would be connected to the year 1976.
Oh.
So that said, it's very much in. I'm working with my friend Mike now, and we're going to see how doable it is.
Nice.
But that's one of my plans. Hopefully, 50.
All good vibes your way.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. If you need to pick my brain for anything, and I'm throwing Gamer in on this too, holla at us.
Well, yeah,
You already
definitely.
know.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
super early, media of any type that was significant in 1976, which makes 50 years.
Okay.
I mean, even some cultural stuff too, as far as popular trends and stuff like that.
Damn, 76. That was so long ago.
Yeah, no,
I'm just fucking with you, Trevor.
Just tell his mother she'll throw a bug at him for you, Trevor. Don't worry.
She'll hit me from Puerto Rico too.
Yo, listen, I believe that. That video that I tagged you in of that Spanish mother throwing them chocolates at her. Listen, I thought it was made up. I thought you guys were exaggerating, but the way she kicked that shit off her foot, caught it, and threw it. This was just like one form, and was accurate. Like the one that I was just like, okay, yeah, because she had him like sitting in different, in different sections of her house. One spot she was on top of the stairs, he was on bottom of the stairs. Okay, that's easy, whatever. But then she showed me. I was like, all right, man. I see what they mean when they say you can't talk shit to your mother like going up the stairs because you're gonna get hit. It's gonna be your shoe.
I will say our Asians, they also have the same set of skill. It's just a shuriken. It's just a foam shuriken.
I feel like any mother can have that skill. They just need to see it first. And luckily, growing up, my mother did not see that. I'm glad my mother did not know your mother because she'd be like,
listen,
yo, Ellen, watch this. just get him with that. I'm like, really? You mean when he's running up the stairs, I don't gotta chase him?
My mother got me one time with it still on her foot, like flick with the foot, bro. Swear to God. Swear to God.
It's so impressive. And then how they put them back on like nothing, because it's always the thong thingies. I'm like, yo, you really kicked that off that easy and put it on that? That's terrifying.
Don't even wipe the blood off it.
Nope. That's the warning.
That's why they use the chancla. No blood, no marks, no reports. That, the phone book, and under the scalp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are the old rules.
Like, I was I want to see it in person, but not done to me, and I want to know that it has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? It's one of them things. Like, listen, I just want to see this in person at least once or twice. But I'm on your side. I'm on your side. He was wrong.
You're guilty by association just because you're the
I don't
friend.
even know him. Holy shit, man. But I am going to pull up this wheel, gentlemen. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight. We only have 2 movies on here. Yes, I know this. I got to refill the wheel. Trevor's going to start a movie that he feels Chris may enjoy for the Giallo films.
I have my faith. My future of movies on Horror with Sir Sturdy is in your hands, Trevor.
Oh, for Giallo?
It always gets to a point, at least once or twice a year, where I'm like, I can't keep watching these fucking
Does it
movies.
have to be an Italian Giallo?
Movies.
No.
Okay, because that opens the definition quite a bit.
I didn't even know there's other Giallo films besides Italian, to be honest. But no, not at all.
I was happy to see John Saxon when he rolled out.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy with, like I said, the lighting, the scenery, the way they were doing their shots and stuff like that in a bunch of different spots. But the rest of it, I'm like, come on.
I honestly think John Saxon is there solely as a homage to Bava's The Girl Who Knew Too Much.
Probably.
Because he really is kind of a useless character in a film full of very useful characters. But I could see Argento doing that because, as I was saying before, the film was the 2nd and 3rd unit directors were Michele Soavi and Lamberto Bava, the son of Mario Bava. So, yeah, it's a very that's the thing I like about Tenebre. It's very self-referential in the Giallo.
It did a good job of, like I said, some of the elements of like the red herrings are keeping you on your toes.
Wait, is that the Bergman? Yes, we're doing Bergman.
There you go.
Yes. Gamer picked that, so I guess you really own my favorite now, Trevor.
I didn't pick that movie. How did I pick that?
You did. No, you did. Because I was like, yo, send me a foreign film. And
I'm going to tell you right
Google
now.
Foreign film. Boop.
Was that the Swedish one?
Horror film. Yes.
Okay.
This is a horror film. It is probably going to be, if you viewed this film as slow, or Bergman is very much a minimalist, and this is in the minimalist era, not as much as Persona, but trust me, it's worth it. But you gotta just,
bear with it.
Bear with it. It'll get you to where you want to be. It'll take a little while to do it.
Okay, no instant gratification. No instant gratification.
No. I know.
This is not just a quick pop shot. This is not just a quick pop shot. Okay.
Oh man,
I got to take my time with this one.
It'll be interesting. And listen, if you don't like it, you can only be mad at yourself.
When you ask me for things I have no clue about, what do? The same as any other normal human being. Google.
Yep.
I thought you would at least go to Spanish horror. I'm not even trying to be funny, but just deeper in the culture.
I'm like, I don't even know where to begin, first of all. And that's not, that's not like, that's not my first thought. I've never really ever thought like that all the time. Like everything I do or think of has to be Spanish. I don't even listen to Spanish music like that. Like,
I'm not talking about the music. I'm talking about the movies. That's the culture I care about. Movie culture.
I watch Blood In, Blood Out. I watch Desperado. I watch Chef.
Horror. Chef was awesome, by the way. That was fun. That made me hungry. Horror though, because like I'm trying to watch more outside, because Asian's like my favorite foreign horror. I'm trying to get outside of that more.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying.
Well, it's hard to beat those Korean movies, though.
I was gonna say
it's hard not to pick one of their films, in my opinion.
And I've been diving that way in for horror and
Argentine horror.
Well, the Veronica's, I believe, is Mexico.
It's Spanish. It's definitely
Spanish. I think it takes Maybe
Spain
South
releases
America.
a lot, but
South
that's
America,
Spain.
maybe.
You know what one was really good that we did, James? There was the Argentina movie that Terrified.
Oh,
Mhm.
Terrified is crazy.
That
Yeah.
was awesome.
I
That
haven't seen
was
that one.
awesome. Over on Shutter. I think you would like that because there's a good story to it. You get your scares in it. Actually, it's a really good story to it. Do I
It's kinda
remember? It's
crazy.
been a few years, but it's.
I've
You know,
always
it's
seen
funny.
the title on the screen, but I've for some reason never clicked it. Always like
The-
pass.
I watched it with the wife. Scared the shit out of her.
Nice.
Like when the things just pop up and shit out of nowhere. Oh yeah, listen, tried to warn you. But yeah, so that's one I recommend for you, gamers. Terrified. I think you should
Okay.
check it out. And these guys both said it was good, and you probably trust Trevor more than you trust me and James.
I don't know nothing.
My interests are so out there and everything.
Same.
Yeah, I don't.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, and that's the fun. We talked
Mhm.
about is just talking to people and learning from them and sharing some things and like perspective as we film very
Mhm.
much about perspective. We were talking about it. You were and then you're like, well, yeah, well, maybe that since it's been delivered in this perspective, think differently about it. And that's also part of the fun, with people who are huge film fanatics or big, music, books, comics. It seems much less gatekeepy, which is so wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is an open discussion, and everybody's trying to find the next. For me, it was constantly chasing a feel that I got when I saw a movie that just grabbed me. It's been the same way. So I'm constantly chasing that dragon. It's just sometimes that dragon takes you back as opposed to forward, and that's where it gets really interesting.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And again, just with film alone, how we talk about film and movies alone, this is another reason why I like to do the foreign films for 2 months, stretching out longer than besides third Halloween, which I throw with any subgenre, that. But I do it for 2 months because I'm like, throughout most of the year, we're not watching foreign films. Maybe here and there in the pod we are and stuff because we're picking them, but not like dedicated to it. So I'm like, I really want to have a time where we can really lock in and just learn these other films, or learn the other cultures' films and see where they take them. Because I just want to open my eyes more, open the book more, travel without leaving my house.
We got to do a lot more Southeast Asia. There's some crazy films.
I mean,
like some Cambodian or something.
This is that Indonesia especially, and then of course not but the Philippines.
Okay.
Amazing horror films. Brazil also, just for Coffin Joe. His films are nobody made films like he did. You love them or you hate them. They're sometimes very, very amateur-y, but no, it's very interesting. Well, like an example of Coffin Joe's work and why it's very, very important. And he was making these underground, subversive horror films in a country that politically that was not okay. And if you watch these films now, you can do it with any country. It's worth also digging, if you want to dig that deep, dig into what was going on in that place at that time about a year before the film was made. And that will also tell you a lot about the content of the film, but does put that into like a film from a particular country can be like a timestamp of how to study. Not that I would ever recommend that people learn culture that way, but you do get to experience some things that you never would before because
yeah. I'm not saying learn the culture that way. I'm saying more so for me with the film.
I'm almost 50, so I've come to the understanding that there are a lot of places that I will have only visited in Argento films or something, and that's fine because it was for me, cinema is very immersive. So
Yeah, I love it. I freaking love. I love film. I love movies, and again, the older you get, the more you want to learn about them. And then what's cool too about knowing what your friends like and dislike in film is when you could just purposely throw on a film that you enjoy that you know they hate. And you got to review it and they have to watch it. I love doing that, and they do the same thing to me. It feels it's fun. Is it necessary? It is. It's very necessary. And I'm saying this knowing that they're going to throw some bullshit on here at some point, but
What was the Nicolas Cage movie where he's a vampire?
Oh,
Renfield.
Last Kiss. What?
Wait, you said Last Kiss?
Is there two?
The newer one, Renfield. He was
Renfield.
Dracula.
There was one before.
Okay.
That was in the 90s. Vampire's Kiss. And then he was in Renfield.
Yeah, we're going to add that to this.
So, Chris, I want to thank you because this is a collection of all of Ingmar Bergman's works. You don't want to know how many Blu-rays are in here.
No.
But you give me an excuse to spend a lot of time with this box set I've been meaning to do for a couple of years.
Got to be like 20, 30 of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, also, I don't want you to, I cautioned you, but, Ingmar Bergman made some of the most beautiful, Wild Strawberries is literally the most beautiful film about aging ever made.
Okay, I'll check that.
So I'm like, my warning is not like, I don't think you're going to like it. It's like, just let it just
give it a chance.
Yeah.
Let it marinate.
Ingmar Bergman's in no hurry to get to where he wants you.
What was the one you just said? Strawberry what? Wild Strawberries?
Wild Strawberries. Wild Strawberries is amazing. Persona is another one of my favorites. Serpent's Egg, which was his only English film, with David Carradine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Kung Fu, the legend continues.
I watch that all the time.
I have reached Nirvana. Thank you, Mr. Carradine, for your years of hard work and talent.
Oh, man, I'm excited. But I guess we could wrap this one up, ladies and gents, and everyone out there watching. Make sure you guys go check out Worst Damn Gamer everywhere. Make sure you check out Ambassador Media everywhere. And he let us know some cool shit on the live. If you guys are paying attention earlier, you got to go check. I cannot wait for that to happen.
I'd like for it to happen, but I have to be truthful with myself. I'm giving myself a lot of leeway to work toward the potentiality of that. So
we're speaking into an existence. We're speaking it to, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Speaking into existence. It's gonna happen. You do dope shit, Trevor.
Well, thank you.
Dope shit.
And
even
you
if
do
you don't give a finite
dope shit.
Even if you don't give a finite definition to a deadline, just in your head tell yourself you have no choice. You're gonna do it.
There you go.
Handle it.
You'll get it. But again, make sure you check out Gamer. Make sure you check out Trevor. Come check me and James out, and Gamer, and the rest of the guys over on Popcorn and Pints. This Saturday, we are reviewing High Noon and 12 Angry Men. It's going to be a black and white weekend. More ways than just the race this time.
but two, perfect films.
And Trevor said there's two perfect films, which we'll find out. You guys will see how I feel about them.
The first one is one of the best Westerns ever made. And then the second film, you're going to want to take a nap after. Because it is, just powerhouse acting.
Okay. I was like, not during, right?
12 Angry Men. Yeah.
That's why it's called 12 Angry Men.
Yep.
So I can't wait for that. It's going to be a great, great, great time.
I'm smoking for that
people.
One.
Tune in.
What are these guys freaking flipping out about, man?
Be here next Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Be here Saturday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I'll see you in your nightmares, everybody. Have a great night.